right down front and center. Look at that.
Hang on. door pretty bright. Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, that one's like right here.
Huh? No, it's fine. Good evening, everyone, and I'd like to welcome you to tonight's end-of-the-year Sports Awards banquet and ceremony. This year, we gather as coaches, student-athletes, and families as a year-ending Sports Awards night to celebrate our student-athletes. Before we get a chance to hear about our athletes and tonight's award winners, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the many people who have made this year in athletics very successful. First off, the Forestville Central School Board of Education, Dr. O'Connor, Mr. Grandy and Mrs. McMahon, Mr. Kyle Barthel and his staff, Mrs. Chris Richter and her drivers, Ms. Voigt, Mrs. Jackson and Mrs. Botticello, Sarah Lamano and the FCS Sports Boosters, the coaches, the parents, the fans, and of course, the Forestville community. A special thank you goes out to Christy Muck and Wild Blossom Hollow for providing our senior recognition flowers throughout the year. Let's give Christy a round of applause. Thank you very much. (2024-25) has been a very memorable year in sports, and it's not over yet, by the way. There have been many great individual and team performances, records fell, and some historic firsts have happened here in FCS athletic history. So, without further ado, let's revisit our year in sports, starting off with Coach Finello and modified girls volleyball.
All right, we welcome all the modified volleyball players up to the stage. All right, we would like to thank everyone who helped to make this season possible. Even though this was a small group, these players were a close-knit group, extremely supportive of each other, and worked well together, showing significant improvement as the season progressed. Eighth graders include Raina Gibson, Alana Emke, Ellie Bellis, Ava Schwerk, Avery Redman, and Angelise Hotkin. And then our seventh graders included Grace Moore, Whitney Pelletier, and Veda Spatel. So while there are many that are worthy of this award, there will be 2 coaches awards that are passed out tonight. The first goes to an athlete who has been a setter for the past 2 years. She is regularly first when going to complete a drill. She has shown significant improvement and is up to any challenge. I don't think she is here today, but this award goes to Alana Emke. And then the next award goes to an athlete that has a great personality and is very uplifting. You can see her always willing to help others and try anything new. This award goes to Avery Redmond. And we wish the girls the best of luck in the future. And next up is the JV volleyball girls.
This year we had another opportunity to bring another Hornet alumni back on our coaching staff. So at this time, Ms. Allie Van Vleck.
All right, hi everyone. So if you don't know me, like you said, my name is Allie Van Vleck. This was my first time coaching JV volleyball this year, and it was just such an amazing experience. Girls, if you want to come stand up on stage with me. It's this. That's just the way I announce it, so. Thanks. Hi guys, y'all look so pretty. So these girls have made it such a positive experience for me this year. I'm so grateful to have been able to coach them. It meant a lot, truly. And honestly, I think that each and every single individual on this stage deserves an award tonight. They all worked so hard and they played so well together, and they all contributed to the success of the team in some way, shape, or form this season. But I do have a few awards to give out tonight. So my first award is going to be the Most Improved Award. This goes to the player that has shown a lot of growth and progress throughout the season. And that award goes to Ellie Cross. Is she not here? Dang, okay, well, she's not here, but congratulate her. Good job. Okay, so the next award that I will be giving out is the Coaches Award. This goes to the person that has shown the characteristics that a coach would desire in a player, and that player is Ava Gruber. Ava did so well this season. She truly blew me away. She was always wanting to improve her skills, always asking me what she could do better, the mistakes that she made, how she could improve, and she was, I don't know what to say, I'm sorry. She was just so good this season. And yeah, good job, Ava. All right, guys, so my last and final award is the MVP award. This award goes to a player who has had an outstanding performance on the court and has truly become a leader, and that award goes to Elizabeth Case. Lizzie was my setter this year, and if you know anything about volleyball, that's not an easy position at all. And she was a freshman and truly became a leader, which again is not easy to do. But she handled everything so well. She was always so eager and aggressive to get that ball, and she truly deserves this award. So congratulations, guys. I also want to congratulate the softball team for going to states, so good job.
Moving from our JV program to our varsity program, at this time I'd like to introduce Coach Sarah Lamonto.
All right, varsity ladies, come on up, please. Oh, so I want to say thanks to everybody for coming tonight. I know volleyball was quite a few months ago, but I'm glad to see such a good turnout. Before I give out my awards, I just want to say that it was a good season. This is a delightful bunch of ladies. I'm glad this was my last group. After 8 years, they were definitely a good group to end with. Just lots of fun, lots of laughs, and of course some tears. So my first award is a sportsmanship award. And it goes to a young lady that always has a positive attitude. She worked hard to improve her game at every practice. She just has true passion for the sport of volleyball. And that goes to Iris Muck. My next award is a coach's award. This goes to a young lady that had the most difficult job on the court, young lady that always has to overcome adversity and make the best of a play that might not have been the greatest. She worked hard the entire season. She's also very passionate about the game of volleyball, and it was a delight coaching her. The coach's award goes to Katie Lamonto. And my last award, I've never given an MVP award, but this year I felt that it was necessary. Because this young lady, she developed her game as an athlete more than my expectations. She exceeded my expectations. She was always where she needed to be. Even when I thought she wasn't going to get there, she got there. She guided her teammates on the court in a way that was positive, and she worked hard and she had drive. This year, my MVP goes to Megan Gruber. Juniors, I wish you best of luck next year with your new coach. She's going to be amazing. You guys are going to do great. Just keep playing hard. Have a great year.
As we've done in the past, we've had the opportunity to combine with several local schools for multiple sports. And those individual schools and/or teams sometimes have their own banquets outside of school, outside of season. But I do want to take this time to recognize all of our student athletes that participated on a combined team during the fall season. So as I call your team, would you please stand? Any players that participated in varsity football, please stand. Any athletes that competed with the modified football program with Silver Creek? Also in the fall, we had boys and girls modified soccer with Silver Creek. Joining them on the varsity side, varsity girls and varsity boys soccer. We also combined with Silver Creek for sideline cheer for the football season. Cheerleaders, please stand. And we also combined with Fredonia for girls varsity swim. A highlight of one of our combined teams was a student athlete that ran cross country for Silver Creek. He was named the cross-country MVP for the Black Knights. He was also named as a Western New York Scholar Athlete. And at this time, I would like to call Ben Bach to the stage to receive, if Ben's here. On behalf of Silver Creek, they have a trust that goes to the MVP of their cross-country team. So Ben will be receiving a monetary award through that trust. So congratulations to Ben Bach. All right, shifting gears into our winter season. At this time, we'll lead off with our modified girls basketball team.
Good evening. I'm Lori Becker. This is Lisa Shimagala. No surprise that we're standing here together again, right? Definitely. We both say that we spend more time with each other than we do with our husbands. Maybe that's why we've both been married so long. I don't know. We're like snowbirds, but instead of going to Florida, we go from home to the gym, during fall and winter. And actually, for spring, for Lisa, but that's another sport. You'll hear a little bit more about that later. Modified girls basketball players, come on up and join us, please. Yeah. Come on down.
A little closer. I don't quite right.
Thank you, girls, all of you, for your dedication to this team. These girls heard Mrs. Shimagala and I say on more than one occasion how important their academics are. There's a lot of time management involved in playing a sport. At the modified level, we try to teach the skills to balance their academics and their athletics to balance it all. We'd like to give a special thanks to our administration, the Board of Education members, school staff, parents, family, and friends who support athletics. This road begins when the students are young. You all know very well what both a time and financial commitment it is to have your child play sports. We're trying to create successful programs here at FCS. The addition of the elementary basketball program and your dedication to having your child participate in open gyms, camps, travel teams, they are making the difference. We've even had a couple parents put in basketball courts at their houses so their daughter could practice more. Again, we thank you all for this support. Now, let's talk about the girls. Our seventh graders, I do not see Justice Dulce. She has some natural athletic talent. This led us to put her in the point guard position for some of our games. We look forward to seeing Justice get more confident and improve down the road. Abigail Gruber. Abby's a ball of energy. Her parents know this. She's better than the Energizer Bunny. She's willing to do anything for you. She listens, she follows instructions with a lot of enthusiasm. We had her step into the role of point guard at times, and she's a natural leader for her teammates. Whitney Pelletier. Whitney is too nice. Do you agree, Evan? I don't know. Where's Evan? I don't know. He might not. Due to her height, we have her playing the post position. Now, it can be an aggressive game under the basket. There were times when we thought that Whitney might just hand the ball over to the other team instead of trying to box them out and rebound. Maybe we should talk to Evan to, maybe toughen you up a little and get in there. Okay. Holly Weber. Holly is like the ball in a pinball machine. She was all over the basketball court, all over. Sometimes it was what we needed, and sometimes it was not. But we appreciate Holly's enthusiasm and her willingness to make changes, like her shooting form. Seventh graders? Yeah. All right, eighth graders. Olivia Butcher. No Olivia tonight. Olivia came back to us this year ready to improve her skills. She kept trying throughout the entire season. She had a smile on her face the whole time. Olivia also played under the basket. I can see a common theme with Olivia and her cousin. There must be a gene on kindness that runs in the Waterhouse DNA. Sienna Galafaro. Sienna is not here tonight. She's also one of our returning players who showed improvement throughout the season. Even though she's petite, she was willing to try out the post position when we asked her to. Her willingness to please her coaches was admirable. Raina Gibson. Raina was unstoppable in the key. Her height is truly an asset, but it was obvious at the beginning of the season that she had worked on her skills over the summer. She's great at getting the rebound and putting the ball back up for a shot. Angelise Hodkin. Angelise is a little bit like a roller coaster. Do you like roller coasters? Kinda. Well, there was moments she did awesome and moments not so awesome, but when she was on, she did fabulous. She did some great things on the court. When she was in the zone, she had some great enthusiasm that she showed out there. Emma Hodkin. Emma was another strong forward. She's a tough competitor. She gives 100% on the court all the time. Emma continued improving her skills on the court this season, and she's definitely a force to be reckoned with. Avery Redman. Avery was a very versatile player. We were able to put her in any position, and she played it well. She was solid under the basket. She was also consistent enough in her dribbling skills that we put her in the point guard at times. And Ava Schwerk. Ava was one of our team leaders. She often brought the ball down the court, got our plays started for us. She played through aches and pains because her team needed her on the court. Remember, I think I sent her out with tears in her eyes sometimes, but she was out there. She went out. She had to do it. Ava had some awesome shots this season that gave us some of our wins. And we did finish up 5-5, right, ladies? That was good. We had a great season. Okay, so we have got 2 awards to give out. We are going to start with our Hornet Award, and I've just already gone into detail about the girls and the reasons. So, speaks for itself. Abigail Gruber. What's that? Oh, that was the Hornet Award. Sorry, right? I thought I said that. Okay. And then our Coaches Award goes to Raina Gibson. Okay, thank you. Lisa's going to talk about the varsity girls.
Thanks, girls.
Thanks, ladies.
Do you want to grab their plaques? Abby, stay on up here. All right, can I have all of the varsity girls please come up? All right, as Mrs. Becker said, we'd like to take that moment to express, even for the varsity basketball program, our gratitude to our administration, our AD, Scott Hazelton, our school secretaries, Heather Jackson and Melody Voigt, our custodial staff, John Finello as our clock keeper, Mackenzie Burgess as our bookkeeper, and our many other bookkeepers that filled in for us. Abby Gruber, who is our manager, and the players and the parents. Without all of you, we couldn't have had our basketball program, and we couldn't have had it as successful as it was. So, to recap our season, the varsity girls basketball team had a successful season this year. We ended our season with 6 wins and 6 losses in the league, and an overall record of 9 wins and 11 losses. Throughout the season, the girls consistently played with determination and grew together as a team, forming strong bonds like a family and creating many memories together. that we're not going to hear about on senior night, right, for all of you? Some of our crazy slides or anything. Their determination, hard work, and achievements did not go unnoticed as they received positive feedback from many opposing coaches, fans, and officials after each game. Not only were the girls successful on the basketball court, they achieved the NYSPHSAA Scholar Athlete Team Award for achieving academic excellence while actively participating in a varsity-level interscholastic athletics during the winter 2025 season. In addition, 4 of the girls were recognized in the CCAA Division IV All-Star Team selection. These selections included on first team, Caroline Sleva, second team, Elizabeth Case, honorable mention, Ingrid Gibson, and the individual sportsmanship award went to Jasmine Bertino. All right, so now that we've discussed our season, and before we give out our awards, we'd like to give you a little insight to each of these girls that we were fortunate enough to have on our team. There's so much we could say about each of these girls, but I promise to keep it brief. All right, Abby Gruber. You heard us talk about Abby on Modified. Well, Abby came up and decided she would be a manager for our team. She stepped up, she learned how to play defense, she learned some of the varsity plays, and she was very much an attribute to our team. We were lucky to have her, and we look forward to great things from her. Sorry, I forgot to give her their certificates. All right, Iris Muck. Though this was Iris's first time playing basketball, she provided so much to the team. At times she was opposed, but always willing to step in as a center or wherever we needed her when asked. She'd often shrug her shoulders and say, "Okay, I'll try." She worked very hard to improve her skills and showed so much improvement at practices and games. She also made all of us laugh at some of her comments and little funny gestures. Iris Muck. All right, Nicolette Adgate. This was also Nicolette's first year playing basketball, and like Iris, Nicolette learned so much and played a vital position on our team. She was always willing to try her best and would do anything we asked of her, though she liked to keep us on our toes because when we told her to protect the paint underneath that basket and stop the girl from scoring or getting the rebound, that's what Nicole was going to do for us. She would become so focused on stopping the opposing team from scoring that she always kept the girl that came into her house, is what we call, within arm's reach of her, even if it made her leave her home and go all the way up to the half court when she was supposed to be under the basket. Nice job, Nicolette. All right, Kai Genovese. Is Kai here? All right, well, I will keep it simple. Kai was our secret weapon and often found herself in every position on the court for defense and offense, except for the point guard. She could hit threes with the guards and get into the paint to hit twos and grab rebounds. Over the season, watching Kai grow as both a player and as a teammate was a pleasure to watch. Though she would often shake her head and think we were crazy at some of the requests we made of her, with a little confidence booster, though, she would go out on the court and do her best to accomplish what we asked of her. Kai's agility skills that carried over from soccer gave her the tools to be one of our defense assets, as she was often asked to play a box-and-one on some of the best players from the other team. So that is Kai. All right, Olivia Valentine. Now, Olivia was our quiet but determined player. She stepped in when we needed a guard on offense, and when she set her mind to it on defense, she became a force to be reckoned with. She locked in and gave the guards the business at the top of our zone. She also became more aggressive on offense over the season, and by the end of the season, she was going in for layups and taking shots. When Olivia played with confidence, she dominated on the court. She's got a beautiful shot and could make both twos and three-pointers. She was an integral part of the team and will continue to improve with more experience. Olivia. Madison Hall. Up until her knee injury, Madison was also the jack of all trades on our team. We think she played almost every position except the point guard as well, though we secretly know she liked being the guard the best because she would try to shoot her threes in that position. Madison was also our get down and go get a girl on defense. She would get in the paint to get the rebounds and wasn't afraid to play hard against girls bigger than her. All right, Jasmine Bertino. Now, Mrs. Becker and I know that your first love is dance, but you are always a challenge for the opposing teams on the basketball court. As one of our tall centers on the court, Jasmine often made her presence known, and when we didn't have her in the game, we noticed it as well. At practices and games, Jasmine would always try to perfect her skills for both defense and offense. She consistently tried her best and would face some bigger girls than her despite her knee injury. She always faced any challenge head on, though sometimes we would get the look that she thought we lost our marbles. Jasmine Bertino. All right, Ingrid Gibson. Is Ingrid here? Yeah, there she is. All right, despite having a hip injury that plagued her all season, Ingrid was also one of our big centers and made a huge difference for us on the court. She always gave it her all, played with heart and determination. Throughout the season, as coaches, we would try to limit Ingrid's playing time to help lessen the pain for her, which, believe us, did not make her happy. But Ingrid took it like a champ and would always let us know that she could play a little longer in a game and when she needed a break. She was always looking for ways to improve her skills and to perfect her post moves even when she was hurting. Her hard work this season was shown because even though she had limited playing time at the end of the season, Ingrid was our third leading scorer and rebounder. At this time, it is our honor. I would also like to present our award. It is our honor to present Ingrid with the Hornet Award for being a team player and playing with determination and heart. Elizabeth Case. You ready? Lizzie was one of our guards, which, as you know, bringing down the ball down the floor is not always the easiest job and not always one of her favorite jobs, which we secretly know she wants to be a post. But she stepped up when asked and would face the challenge head on. On offense, Lizzie was our second leading scorer and was second for assist. On defense, Lizzie was a force as well. As a guard, she led the team in rebounds and was second on the team for steals. She was the one who we typically asked to play a box and one on other teams' leading scorers and would always be on one of the players who would get into the paint to get the rebounds. When Lizzie would say, as she says, "I'm locked in," on a player, she was a Tasmanian devil. She would make it hard for other players to get the ball and made it difficult for them to score. At this time, we are pleased to present Lizzie with our defense award for her hard work on defense, grabbing the rebounds and shutting down opposing players. Lily. All right. Our last player on our team is Caroline Sleva. Caroline had a spectacular records this year. Like Lizzie, Caroline was also our Tasmanian devil on the court. Caroline was great at reading opposing players, allowing her to intercept many passes. She was always pushing herself and others to keep things moving at a fast pace. She was our point guard and our leading scorer. She had 463 points on our team. I'll go into that in a second. She was also our leading stealer and led the team in assist. Out of 84 teams, which is 989 athletes in Western New York, Caroline placed 7th for scoring, and in our division, she placed first as the leading scorer in Class D with 230 points for our league. Hold that applause, there's lots more. On top of these achievements this season, Caroline broke the following records. She broke my teammate, Kelly Schoenhart's season game high of 36 points with a 43-point game high against North Collins. She broke Kelsey Sherwood's 4 3-point shots in a single game with 5 3-point shots against Clymer and tied Chris Elfman's 3-point goals in a season with 25. She broke Tanya Royce's single-season high-scoring points of 412 with 463 points, and Tanya's 111 steals in a season with 134 steals. You can clap now for her. At this time, we take great pride in presenting Caroline with our Most Valuable Player Award for all of her contributions to our team and for all of her accomplishments this season. Thank you.
At this time, we'll trade over from the girls to the boys' side and invite Coach Tom Dempsey and the modified boys basketball squad.
Why don't the boys that are here come on up on the stage with me? Well, I guess I don't have many tonight. That's okay. I want to thank all the parents and families for coming. I know how hard it is as a parent. I have 3 boys myself to go to all the games and do everything it needs to take to have your kid play sports. So it's very appreciated that you're here and involved in your children. I just want to say we started out our season at the NCCS tournament, which was really kind of neat. We played 3 games against Silver Creek. We ended up losing the first game, but we beat Silver Creek on the final game in the NCCS tournament, which was a lot of fun. The boys played really hard this year. I had 13 of them, so it's a good thing to see a lot of players playing basketball. And we're going to be doing camps this summer for the boys to get involved in basketball. And it's good to see the varsity and JV boys doing really well. I just wanted to hand out some awards, but I don't think the boys that are here that the awards are going to. My coach's award are going to 2 boys that have come to all the camps with us, been very involved. Hunter France and Nick Morgan have done a great job with us. And my MVP player is not here. Maddox Tenamore was my MVP player. I'm sorry he couldn't make it. But I want to thank the boys. I want to wish the 8th graders good luck in their season coming up next year with the JV and varsity team. And the 7th graders, let's get in the gym. All right, thank you very much.
Moving up the ladder, I'd like to introduce Coach John Fennell and Coach Ralph Jackson with JV and varsity boys basketball.
All right, we welcome up the boys, JV, and varsity basketball players. All right, we would like to thank everyone who helped to make this a successful season. Basketball is a long sport, and your support is very appreciative. So this year, JV-wise, we had 5 returning players at that level. So really it's the first time that it's happened since I've been here. Noah Hotkins, Silas Jelski, Kayla Mescal, Noah Gruber, and Jason Mills. And then we also had 4 freshmen who challenged themselves this year: Evan Pelletier, Bailey Minninger, Jacob Butcher, and Noah Piers. So a lot of different Noahs this year. The boys this year played well together and would be up to any challenge. This team showed significant improvement, being victorious in the last 4 games of the year to end the season with a winning record. This has also been one of the better shooting teams that I've had. Looking at the books recently, they actually made over 60% of their free throws. There are many worthy of receiving an award this evening. The first will be a Most Improved Award. This person worked hard in the off season and would push himself during every practice. He definitely improved his shot, and that was definitely the most noticeable thing. Leading the team in threes made, making a large percentage of them, and he's definitely not afraid to shoot them either. This award goes to Jason Mills. All right, there are also 2 coaches awards being given. The first goes to an athlete who had perfect attendance this year, both in practices and games. His dedication and commitment have led to this athlete a lot of success, where he leads by example, which helps others to understand those skills as well. This award goes to Noah Gruber. And the other coach's award goes to an athlete that has also shown a big commitment this year. While only a second year playing, he has become a lot more aggressive on the court, even taking a few different charges. He's another one that leads by example and will do anything that is asked of him. This award goes to Kayla Mescal. All right, and here's Mr. Jackson with the varsity boys.
All right. Got some good news and some bad news, all right? The good news is we're flying through sports awards tonight. The bad news is I haven't been a part of one of these in 6 years, so I'm going to try to make up for it and talk really long, okay? All right, okay. First of all, want to thank the administration, Board of Education, our athletic director, Kyle Barthel, and his staff for all that they do. Sarah Lamano with the Sports Boosters and all the new members on the Sports Boosters. I want to congratulate all the other coaches on their seasons so far, especially those that are still getting to play right now. Couple of highlights I want to talk about from the season, things I'm very proud of, not just stuff on the court, but also off the court. This is, as best as I can tell, this is the first time both the JV basketball team and the varsity basketball team has had a winning season in the same season since at least 1985, okay? Something to be very proud of. The varsity's 15-7 record is the most wins the boys program has had since the 1984 season. It ties the most wins I've ever had as a coach and is the best winning percentage I've ever had as a coach. We made it to the section finals this year, which is the first time in 6 years and the second time since 2005. Some off-the-court stuff I'm proud of. This year we had as the season went on, we got a lot of support from the community, and, we did something at the beginning of the year. We had a toy drive for the community, help out local families around Christmas time. Another thing is for Read Across America, we had some varsity girls, JV girls, varsity boys, JV boys come down to the elementary school and read to the elementary kids. A handful of varsity boys, JV boys and girls. We got to go to University of Pittsburgh to watch a basketball game. Their coach reached out and invited us down there. Some other highlights, this is the current team, but the elementary kids, that's the future of the program. We're able to include the elementary students in some of the stuff we've done. This year, the boys varsity and JV played a game at Fredonia State. Prior to that game, our youth basketball teams played at Fredonia State before them. We had a back-to-back game, girls varsity, boys varsity, home against West Valley. The girls youth program got to play at halftime of those games, which is great to see. A lot of kids seeing the older kids play, looking forward to those kids coming down the road, and they look up to you guys and girls as you're playing. Some individual awards from the season. I have your certificates for you. When I call you up here, please come up here and grab them. These are from the All-Star meeting. We had 5 members of the varsity team get recognition from the League All-Stars. When I call your name, please come up here. Manny's not here, right? Okay. Manny Sanchez made honorable mention for our All-League team. Jack Spangler, honorable mention. Blake Waterman, honorable mention to the League All-Star team. Love the shorts, Blake. First team All-Star for our league, William DeLiva. And first team All-Star, end up coming in second place for Player of the Year in our league, Jake Anders. A couple other things with recognition for the players. I'm sure I'm going to miss someone, but we had several people make WDOE Player of the Week, or Day, rather. I believe Dom, Blake, Manny, Will, Jake. Was there anyone else that made it? Made WDOE Player of the Day. Jake Anders made the all-tourney team for the section finals. Blake Waterman got the character athlete of the game for the finals, and Jake Anders made it to the all-state team. As far as our individual awards for the season, we had 8 varsity guys. They all contributed. I really think all 8 of them could get an award tonight. But we are giving out 3 of them. First one is going to be our defensive MVP. One of the things we try to stress, even though it may not seem like that at times, is rebounding. Okay, we're trying to have a focus on getting our defensive rebounding right. We give up offensive rebounds, other teams can score. We need a defensive rebound to get out and run. Okay. I know there's a handful of kids that were like fighting for the lead in defensive rebounding all season. I think there was 4 kids that were all separated by, I think, 8 total defensive rebounds. All right. And ultimately, with our defensive MVP, what it came down to is, I picked someone that does something that, not a lot of people are willing to do. Okay. Dom don't come up here yet, but Dom is our defensive MVP. And ultimately, what it came down to was Dom just really likes taking charges. Okay. Dom, I've never had someone take more charges in a season than Dom has. All right. Dom is very willing to just get ran over. All right. The only downfall, well, there's 2 downfalls, but the one main downfall with Dom taking all the charges is every time they don't call it a charge, he thinks it should have been a charge, and he just complains about it. Okay. So Dom led our team in charges, and Dom led our team in defensive rebounding. He also led our team in fouls, but that's because he was so willing to take those charges, and I appreciate it. And that's not something everyone's willing to do, is just stand there and let someone run as fast as they can through their chest and take it. So Dom Anders is our defensive MVP. Our coaches award, this is going to go out to one of the hardest working kids on our team. He's a tough kid. He always wants to get better. I feel like I'm really hard on this kid, probably more than I should be. And it makes me think of a story when my daughter's 8, she was 7 at the time that this happened. In this fall, we were doing an elementary girls basketball league for 2nd and 3rd graders, and we leave practice, and I'm talking to my daughter about stuff in the car, and she's 7, right? And she says to me, "If this is how it's going to be on our way home, I'm not playing anymore." I'm like, all right, sometimes you're coaching your own kid, you can be pretty hard on them. He's not my kid, all right, but he is a coach's kid, and that's probably why I am as hard on him as I am. And he just keeps coming back, and he keeps working hard. He's never disrespectful about it. He just deals with it and shows up. All right. And William DeLiva is the recipient of our Coaches Award. Don't worry, only 3 more pages of notes, okay? All right, our last one is our team MVP. I mean, this one's fairly obvious. Jake, just wait a minute before you come up here. Jake led the team in total points, total steals, total deflections, free throw attempts, free throw makes. He was second on our team in effective field goal percentage by 1/10 of a point. Led the team in transition points, points after a turnover, points in the paint, and had the highest plus minus of anyone on the team. Okay, teams certainly. He was scoring a lot easier at the beginning of the year, and then teams had to start keying on him. At JCC, Pine Valley just even bothered a offensive rebound from us getting out and running and trying to pitch it ahead to him. And like I said earlier, he came in second place in our league. I think he should have got Player of the Year, but they ended up giving it to a senior. But our team MVP is Jake Anders. Just a few more things, okay? Now, I don't believe in participation awards, but I really do think that every one of these guys could get an award, all right? Everyone contributed to the success this season. We had several guys lead in different categories. Will led the team in made threes. Jack led the team in blocked shots. Dom led the team in charges taken. Manny led the team in assists. Jake led the team in steals. Blake led the team in total rebounds. Max and Pat, they certainly had their moments throughout the year. Pat, I can think of the Brockton game, the first one. We ended up winning on a buzzer beater. It's probably your best game. Hit some big shots there. Max, one of the games that sticks out to me is the first half of the Pine Valley game in the playoffs, hitting a couple shots when the game was still close, helping us build a lead. But again, I think all these guys, easily could get an award tonight. Excuse me. Let's see here. Last thing, a few more thank yous. Coach Fennell for all the work he did with the JV. And anything we needed with the JV, anything we needed with the varsity was there to help us out. Coach DeLiba. Coach DeLiba just does everything for us, helping out whatever way he can. He's sometimes our chauffeur a lot, but he helps get the kids where they need to be. He helps organize stuff. It takes a lot of stuff off of my plate with the team. The community, at the beginning of the year, one of my personal goals, I have all the kids fill out their goal sheets. One of my personal goals is to have to use all 4 bleachers again at our games. And I mean, maybe a third of the way into the season, we had to start doing that. Right? Seeing all the people I've never seen at a game before showing up, it was great. Thank you to the players. It's a lot of these guys I had in 5th grade when we were sent home for the 2 weeks that turned into the rest of the school year. Had these guys in 5th grade, coached a lot of them throughout modified football, and coming back here, it certainly made the decision a lot easier knowing the kind of kids I was going to get to be around. And lastly, I want to thank the parents. All right, thanks for letting me coach your kids. We are doing a lot with them, and I haven't heard any complaints about it. You get your kids where they need to be. It's a lot easier to coach when you have a great group of parents, and we certainly have that with this group. And all the stuff you do for us, setting up the team meals we have. We just played in a tournament a couple weeks ago. We had the 8 a.m. game in Buffalo, which is, I'm sure all the parents were happy about that, those of you that drove. But I appreciate all the parents' support throughout the year and everything you've done. Okay? All right, that's it.
Staying with our winter programs, at this time I'd like to ask Coach Jack Frost and Coach Brenda Kerstetter to come on up as we meet the boys and girls varsity bowling team, who are back on top again with both teams winning league titles this year. So congratulations to both of our coaches and both of our programs.
Sorry, I'm short. Could I have the girls come on up, please? Oh, boys, why don't you come up too? That's you, Anderson. I feel like bowling was so long ago because school sports are still going. So this year we ended up winning our division with an 11-1 record. Yay. I've got my senior on the end, Megan, Emily and Allie, Kaylee on the end. Missing is Ava Lynn and Sophia. I'm really proud of them. Bowling is not easy. It's the one sport where you might walk in wearing the same jersey, but it's very individual. So there's a lot of pressure riding on that. And for being so young or having not bowled their whole life, they've really stepped up. And we are a team that when we walk in, we're the ones they want to beat. I'm going to start with some league awards. So third place, I lied. Fifth place, high average, out of all of the girls in our league is Kaylee Adamczak with a 141. Proud of you. Kaylee's somebody who, when she told her mom she was going to sign up for bowling, her mom looked at me and said, "Are you sure you want her? We just went bowling. She bowled a 45. I was like, let me teach her. She will get better. And that's all she's done every year. Third place league average is Alexandra Kerstetter with a 161. Would you like a hug from me too? And then my second place from the league is Emily Lilly with a 164. Don't fall. I'm going to trip. Some awards that I have. This one, she's not here tonight. If you looked at her last year, she didn't really like being there. Like, she liked being there, but to go out and bowl during a game, she was very nervous, very tentative. And she's not only had my most improved average from last year to this year, but she was always fun to come into the bowling alley. She would always ask me every day during math class, "Am I gonna bowl today?" And I was like, "Yeah," and she goes, "Yes." So it was a lot of fun. That's Sophia Smith. My MVP this year is somebody who really stepped up from last year to this year, put in a lot of work, put in a lot of time, and she slowed down and rolled the dang ball. That's going to be Emily Lilly. I'm so funny. And my last award is a coach's award, not so much for, I mean, yes, definitely a leader, somebody who holds up to whatever, but this is someone who's really good at sports, and this is a sport where she struggles with, and she doesn't know how to handle that all the time, but she came every single day, all the time, and even though she told me, "I hate bowling," she came back, and that's Megan Gruber. So that's it for the girls. I'll be back.
Good evening, everybody. First of all, I think the success of all these programs has to do with everybody in this gym. I think you ought to give yourself a round of applause. All right, this year's team, we ended up winning the division with 11-1-2 record, and we won the county roll-offs for the second time in 3 years. The team members are, the seniors this year were Tyler Wall, Aiden Heim, and Anderson Cross. Sophomores, Tucker Merritt and Troy Muck, and freshmen Alexander Lucas and Owen Ferry. My first award here, this kid is a freshman, and he ended up bowling a 255 for third place in our division. Xander. Now, these two awards, they're pretty much the same. I've got a Bowler of the Year award, and this is probably, you got it backwards. They got them backwards, but anyway. The boys' Bowler of the Year award, Tucker Merritt. And our MVP this year, one of our seniors, Tyler Waugh. I'm just going to let you go with a couple more words. Girls, finish it.
So we're good with varsity, but if you had anything to do with unified bowling, stay or come on up. You can leave. Hey, Noah, how come you're sitting back there? Didn't you come bowling? So Unified, this was our second year. This is a team that's becoming very close to my heart. It's really nice to go and you see our varsity bowlers who stayed up here, ones who are used to competing, and then our other friends who don't really bowl much, but they still come out and they have a good time. Who can tell me what unified means to them? What are some words? What do you think? How about you, Iris? You're really good at this.
I think it means a lot about friendship and sportsmanship because you always cheer everyone on and lift everyone up no matter what team they're on. And it's just it's a lot about friendship as well. You make a lot of friends along the way, and it's a fun sport.
It's a lot of fun, like Iris had said. Emily has traded numbers with some players, and they text, and they're now buddies. And when we see them at other bowling alleys or for other sports, they walk up and say hi. And it's just a lot of fun. So I have 2 coaches awards that I want to give for 2 individuals that, again, they play at a varsity level, but to walk into Unified with no expectations other than to just have fun, they embody what Unified is all about, and that's Emily Lilly.
That sounded so wrong.
It's fun. And then Alexandra Kerstetter. You. Okay, there's our unified bowling team. Okay, you can go. You stay. Next, I need unified basketball. Oh, I lied. I'm sorry. 2 of you have to stay. You're up here for the long haul, ladies. Oh, I forgot to say, unified unified bowling, we won the championship. We came in first place. And now for unified basketball, we went undefeated and won the championship. So if you notice, I've got a few either JV or varsity players up here. And to go into unified, same kind of idea. You have to separate from your varsity skills versus what you're doing on the court. And I think these guys did a really good job with it. I'm so proud of them. I'll start with my MVP. And this is someone who, at the start, was a little wild and throwing a lot of threes and not always making them. But during our championship game, we were down by 4 points, and he came in the last 4 minutes and scored 2 threes to get us our win, and that's Chris Marsh. Next up, I have a coach's award, and this is for someone who is a varsity basketball player, and that's Blake Waterman. I want you to stay right here. Right here. No, I'm not going to make you say anything. So everybody's who's gone to any basketball games can see how aggressive Blake is when he's out there on the court during our here in the gym games. But to see him out there during Unified was really sweet because he got the ball, he protected our players from other rough ones, because when you go to other schools, some of the kids might go out and try to hurt other kids, which is really sad, but he went out and he kept our players safe, especially Preston and Brian, and he made sure they got the ball, and he did really well. I'm really proud of him for coming and joining us. I'm really proud of you. He also got the character award, right? Was that the one? The character award at the sectional game, and that's given by the people running the tournament. They watch players from every school, and they chose Blake. And then my last coach's award goes for someone who's not here, and that is Aiden Hendricks. He also did such a great job with the kids and just going out, and it's a lot of fun. And I encourage you, if you see a Unified game on our schedule, come watch it, because it's a whole different experience. When we did our game here in the gym, I had teachers coming up to me afterwards, and they're like, I know why you do this now. This makes sense, and I want to see more of these, which included Mr. Grandy saying he would love to have a assembly game every year, and he loved to see how our kids acted with that. So, thank you.
Just to kind of piggyback on what Coach Kerstetter was talking about with the unified sports, if you've never been to a unified sporting event, it is the best thing I've ever seen, best thing I've ever been a part of. So when we had the ability to host that game here in our gym, Mr. Grandy would not stop talking about it. He loved every part of it. And I think probably the biggest takeaway from any unified sporting event is the character building. So with Blake Waterman winning that award, super proud of him, because unified sports is something special in itself. And if you ever have the opportunity to attend a unified sporting event, I'd highly recommend it. It is actually probably one of my favorite things that I've seen and to be a part of. So congratulations to our unified program. I know Coach Kerstetter does a ton of work behind the scenes. It is a combined program, so her working with Coach Decker and Coach Johnson with Silver Creek, Coach Kerstetter has really hit the ground running, and she's been a strong advocate for that program within our schools. So congratulations to Coach Kerstetter, too. I appreciate you. As we did with the fall, we had quite a few combined teams in the winter as well. So if you're a member of any of these teams, varsity wrestling, boys varsity swimming, indoor varsity track, or modified wrestling, if you're here, please stand and be recognized. Thank you for your efforts. Okay, as we head from the winter into the spring, everybody is probably just as a little upset with the weatherman as I was. It was quite the spring, and I appreciate your patience, both as student athletes and parents. We had quite a few reschedules and so forth. So to get through the spring, it was a little trickier than usual, probably the worst spring as far as scheduling that I can remember in about 20 years. So I appreciate your patience and your dedication, making sure that your kids were always at their practice and games during the spring season. So thank you, parents. At this time, I'd like to bring up one of our combined coaches with the modified softball program, Coach Lisa Shumagala.
Thank you. At this time, can I have the modified softball players come up? Ellie is absent. This year, we were combined with Fredonia, and our season is not over yet. We have a doubleheader on Monday. But these girls, when given the opportunity to play, they said, yeah, we will go to Fredonia. So they've had the opportunity to play with the Fredonia Hillbillies on their modified team, and I think they've really enjoyed it. So we don't have all of our team. Our Fredonia players, they have their sports awards tomorrow night. But on our team was Eliana Bellis, Raina Gibson, Angelise Hodkin, and Avery Rebman. I guess I should have given you these as I was. Each of these girls play an important role on our softball team, as I'm going to talk on behalf of Miss Eaton as well. Avery, I think, has played every position on the infield except for, first base, and, oh, she's even played first. She's just pitcher and outfield. So you can put Avery, she is a jack of all trades. She will gobble up that ball. So we're really glad to have Avery. We didn't have a pitcher this year, so we went through all our players, and Raina and Ellie both stepped up to the plate to be our pitchers this year. Raina also plays all over the field. She doesn't know where she's going to end up. She's pretty anxious to get on that mound, though. She's going to work on pitching and maybe be our next pitcher one day. Ellie also was a pitcher that stepped up, and both of them have been our main two pitchers, and they've done a fabulous job for us. Angelise, she is in the outfield. She does a spectacular job. She switches between left and center, and she does a great job out in the outfield catching those fly balls. So thank you, girls. It has been a great season. And Eliana Bellis is our Hornet Award winner for her determination and tenacity out on the field. So thank you.
I just thought before I introduce the next squad, varsity softball, I'd start with a song. No, totally kidding. Totally kidding. Thank God, I know I saw the fear in your eyes. No, at this time, I'd like to, and they need no introduction, varsity softball.
Where's Grandpa at? John, are you going to come up? Yeah, come on, John. Yeah, yes. So it's been, a very emotional week here, so I'm going to try to get through this the best I can without breaking down, and Ryan's going to help me, I think, with parts of it. But first, I would like to say to please join us in giving a round of applause to the 2025 Division III League Champions, Section 6 Class D champions, and the Far West Regional Class D champions. It's the first time in school history that our softball team has won the Far West Regional game, so congratulations, ladies, on a great job, and we'll get to the rest. We'll get to the other part later, all right? I'd like to begin by thanking the Board of Education, the administration, the grounds crew. They were awesome out there getting our fields ready with this terrible spring that we had. And then, of course, John and Ryan for helping me through the season. I could never do this on my own. I truly appreciate everything you do for me. And to the parents, thank you for giving us the opportunity to coach your daughters. I'm so grateful to work with such wonderful parents and families. Thank you for all your support, especially these last few weeks as we prepare to head to the state tournament. It has been overwhelming, and we couldn't do it without our amazing team families. I'm going to start with our League All-Star Awards, as voted by the coaches in our league based solely on league play. We had 3 players make first team All-Stars. We have Caroline Sleva. Jade Work. And Megan Gruber. Caroline had a league batting average of .447, including 5 doubles. Jade was a first-team catcher with only 4 girls stealing a base all season long in league play. As of today, Megan has 536 career strikeouts, including 150 this season so far, and a 1.34 earned run average during league play. We had 2 girls make second-team All-Stars, Emily Lilly. And Madison Christian. We had 2 girls make honorable mention All-Stars, Elizabeth Case. And Olivia Valentine. And our team sportsmanship goes to Jade Work. Jade upheld the highest respect for her game, her coaches, teammates, and opponents. I had several coaches and umpires comment on how our team, especially Jade, always treats opponents with kindness and respect. All right, now to the other MVPs. Are they over? Like they over there? You want? Okay. Our first award is MVP Offense. This award goes to the player with the highest batting average on our team, and this year she had an overall batting average of .469 and a league batting average of .483. She racked up 20 RBIs, 3 doubles, 5 triples, and 2 home runs, and she's only a freshman. I love her confidence at the plate, and I know she will do whatever it takes to come through for us in pivotal situations. I can't wait to see what she accomplishes over the next 3 years. I'm proud to announce that this year's offensive MVP is Emily Lilly. Our next award is MVP Defense. This award goes to the player who kept our team competitive in most games and gave her teammates a chance to bring the win home. When the game was tight and the stakes were high, she didn't break. She stepped into the circle and gave us a chance to win every single game. This player struck out 536 batters in her career and has an earned run average of 1.48 this season. She even threw a perfect game at our last league game against Brockton. I am proud to announce that our defensive MVP is Megan Gruber. I also want to wish Megan the best of luck next year as she plays at Alfred State College. My next award is Rookie of the Year. This year's recipient stepped onto the field with a quiet confidence and quickly made it clear she was here to compete. She didn't just adapt to varsity play, she elevated it. Whether she was making clutch plays on defense, getting on base when we needed it most, or cheering the loudest from the dugout, she brought energy and consistency beyond her years. What impressed me most wasn't just the stats. It was her coachability, her drive, her willingness to do the little things right. It's been a joy to watch her grow into the great player she is today. This year's Rookie of the Year is Olivia Valentine. Okay, I'm going to try this next part here, so in case you have to step in, all right. So our final thank you, I already can't do it. You can help me, all right, you got it.
All right. Our final thank you is to our community and fans. On behalf of our players and coaches, thank you. Thank you for being the heartbeat of this team, for filling the stands with cheers, for supporting us through late nights, big wins, and tough losses. Today we stand on the edge of something special. Our team is heading to the state championship tournament, not just as athletes, but as representatives of this community. Every swing of the bat, every diving catch, every ounce of hustle on that field reflects the pride and spirit of Forestville. These girls have shown what it means to work hard, to believe in each other, and to carry themselves with grit and grace. They've grown not just as players, but as leaders, teammates, and role models. We may be heading to the state tournament, but we're bringing Forestville with us. No matter what happens, know this: our hearts are full, our minds are focused, and we are proud to wear your name across our jerseys. Let's finish what we started and bring home the championship.
Thank you, everybody.
At this time, I'd also like to recognize some of our student athletes that participated on some combined teams during the spring season. If you are here and participated on any of these teams, please stand and be recognized. Modified softball, which we combined this year with Fredonia. Modified baseball, which we combined with Silver Creek. JV baseball with Silver Creek. Varsity track with Silver Creek. Varsity golf with Fredonia. Modified track with Silver Creek, and new this year, girls varsity flag football. Congratulations to our spring combined athletes. Just a little piece on the combined teams. Every time we have a conversation with myself and Dr. O'Connor about adding new programs or new teams to our district, his immediate answer is yes. So whenever he and the district can provide new opportunities or extended opportunities for our kids, he's been behind us 100% of the way. So I'd like to thank the Board of Education and Dr. O'Connor for always supporting our endeavors and giving your kids the most opportunities that they can get here in our athletic program. With that being said, at this time, we'd like to also recognize our senior athletes that have participated in or on an athletic team for 4 consecutive years. So at this time, seniors, as you hear your name, please come on up to the stage, receive your plaque, and please stay up here so we can get a class of 25 group photo. First up, Jade Work, softball. Our next 4-year award goes to Katie Lamano, volleyball. Sophia Voigt, volleyball. Libby Militello, volleyball. Megan Gruber. Sorry, I get a little choked up. I still think of her as a second grader, and I'm so proud to see her up here. As big a headache as you used to give me in second grade, now I'm crying over you. Next up, Justice Yarborough, volleyball. Tyler Waugh, bowling. Aiden Hine, bowling. Benjamin Bach for cross country and track. Joshua Press, cross country and track. And our final senior, Anderson Cross, football and track. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2025. Is that next on the list? There's a few of you that also, as a part of the of the varsity track team that was combined with Silver Creek. Silver Creek also wanted to send along a few gifts. So Anderson Cross. Katie Lamano. And both Josh Press and Benjamin Bach also received something from Silver Creek. Also seniors, the Silver Creek Sports Boosters, since we've been combined for quite a few years now, would also like to recognize some Forestville athletes. So at this time, would Caitlin Lamano please come to the podium? You've been awarded a scholarship from the Silver Creek Sports Boosters Club. Congratulations. And on behalf of the Black Knight Football Booster Club, Anderson Cross. Okay, seniors, you can exit. I know the student athlete isn't here this evening, but he deserves all the recognition that he gets for being valedictorian of the class of 2025. Benjamin Bach was a member of the cross-country, indoor track, and outdoor track team throughout his senior year, was a Western New York Scholar athlete in the fall. So Benjamin Bach not only doing it on the track and on the course, but also doing it in the classroom. So congratulations, our Scholar Athlete of the Year, Benjamin Bach. As we get set to close out our ceremony this evening, each and every year we honor both a male and female athlete of the year based on their athletic achievements, if they're in grades 9, 10, 11, or 12, based on their accomplishments individually and team-based as well. This year, I'm proud to announce that the 2024-25 Homer Chumbauker Male Athlete of the Year goes to William DeLiba. Where'd Willie go? He's probably in the weight room. Is he in the weight room? Is he shooting? Well, maybe the next athlete can just get grabbed too. You already know. Very proud to announce the Female Athlete of the Year, Megan Gruber. At this time, I'd like to turn it over quick to Ms. Sarah Lamano, who takes care of our FCS Sports Boosters and does a ton of things for your student athletes throughout the year, coordinates a lot for us. And I know she's in dire need of help as her daughters are now finishing up here at Forestville, and she's ready to turn the reins over. So just a few quick comments from Ms. Sarah Lamano.
So when Mr. Hazelton came out here with the guitar, he was supposed to sing a song. We had a bet, and he lost. But anyways, no, we are always looking for new members for Sports Boosters. We have reorganized. We haven't had a meeting in a while. Right now, I'm just trying to make it through the rest of the senior year with class night and graduation. So probably this summer, we will get together again. I'll put a post out through the school on Facebook. Anybody and everybody's welcome. Just if you're a parent that has an athlete, come and support the Sports Boosters and help out. It only has to be for, if your child only does one sport, then just be there for that sport. Okay? Thanks. Have a great night.
Thank you very much for coming. Obviously, we know what's ahead of us on Friday evening. Go Hornets.